Greetings, Glitter Gang, and happy Thursday. Welcome to December. Can you believe it? The last month of 2022 is upon us. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, whether it was in October or November, we had a good time. Marcel is here, as you can see. Marcel is upon us. He is currently distressing the Halloween album for us. Custom distressing by Marcel. He's feeling a little weird right now because I preemptively removed the reason the Coffin album is right here. That's what he's attacking. And the reason it's right here is because I preemptively removed the coffins so that we could add their pockets together, and it would that would allow the coffins to dry, so it'd be easier to do. But couple things: Marcel not sure he loves the way my undo smells. He's been blinking a lot, and he's like attacking everything. So I don't think this doesn't feel like his usual safe space to him, I think. Like, it's been hard to even get him interested in stuff he would normally be very interested in. Like these stars. He loves these stars, but he doesn't want to play with this one at all. So he's just feeling a little weird. He's just feeling unsure. He doesn't know what's going on. I think that I had to use so much undo to do all three coffins is what's bugging him. Not enough that he, left the room or anything, but he's just not sure what's going on. So welcome back, everyone. Happy Thursday. This is Kathryn Scraps Live. My name is Kathryn, and today we are going to be continuing the Coffin album. We are in the stage of the Coffin album where we're adding pockets and embellishments to those pockets. Yeah, he's sniffing it now and like squinting, and then see, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. We are going to be adding pockets, embellishments, etc. Hey, you like that? Oh, I see. Sorry, there was he saw things moving around on my phone. He was very excited. I'll probably just have to get him his own iPad. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing. If we can, we will do the cover and spine tonight. Hopefully we can get that finished. But if not, it's already December. Like, the new goal is to have it done before the Christmas break. So, all right. So book club is coming up, and things got kind of wild in October for me. So we didn't really discuss the Night Watchman too much, and we are moving the November book to December. So this book will be discussed. Let me get the exact date. The 15th. So 2 weeks from today. So today is the 1st, and we will discuss the library book on the 15th. And that's because I'm going to probably, and that will be our last day of the year. So we really have to get this book finished before the 15th, or on the 15th. Because I know I'm going to have family in town. I think the 22nd and 29th. I'm not 100% sure when they're coming, when they're leaving, but just assume that we'll be taking those off for the holiday and circling back at the beginning of the year. Just assume that is going to be a thing that happens. So on the 15th, we'll discuss the library book. By Susan, or I don't know if she says Orléans, like the French way, or Orleans, like the American way. But Susan O, the library book. It's a nonfiction book about a library fire. And then we're not doing a Redbird Christmas, but we will also discuss The Night Before Christmas by Nikolai Gogol. So you've got to read both the library book and The Night Before Christmas. We'll discuss both of them. So we'll do the library book We'll start the library book in the afternoon. We'll finish it in the evening, and then we'll talk about the night before Christmas in the evening show. Okay, and that's all happening on the 15th. That's all happening on the 15th. So that's the library book and the night before Christmas. And then next year, on the 15th, I'll also unveil the book club books for next year. Just remember that the next year, the theme is books that have adaptations. So either they've been made into films or TV shows or miniseries or something. So books that have adaptations is the theme for 2023. And that's book club. All right. So if this is your first time here, welcome to Kathryn Scraps Live. Welcome to the channel. This is part, I don't know, 10-ish of the Coffin album. There is a whole YouTube playlist on this one, so fear not. If you're behind, you can catch up. All right, so that's one piece of transparency. Two piece of transparency. Three piece of transparency. All right. So, how are you all doing? So welcome to Melanie and Bev. Hello, how are you? Sandra, good afternoon to you. Hello, also to Donna and Carol Joan and Ella. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well. Melanie, I hope your little kitty gets well soon. And if you want to know how to make this template, you can look either in the archives, if you have access to the archives, if you remember. Look in the archives, or you can check the YouTube playlists in both places. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to be doing is just, you know, cutting it out. So, all right. And just gonna use my ruler and my rotary trimmer. Okay. So once again, that's if you want to know how to make this template for the pocket of the coffin, as well as if you want to know how to make the coffin. Check out the playlist for this coffin album. Okay. So how was everyone's break? Did you all have a good time? Eat anything yummy? What was your favorite thing you ate this past week? You made homemade crescent rolls. Fancy. How'd they turn out? Next week, Mr. Lifeguard and I have committed to, oh, I don't know why I put all that stuff away. I've got to make 3 of these. Oopsie. We committed to learning how to make that mastering that no knead bread next week. So we're going to work on that. We're going to just keep making it until we are done. So, see, Bev said there were no leftovers, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign that it went well with the crescent rolls. So her crescent rolls had no leftovers, so excellent work, Bev. And then Donna said the best thing she ate for Thanksgiving was a rutabaga. Her brother made a crock pot full of rutabagas, and they were so good. I actually really enjoy rutabagas. The other thing I like that's kind of in the same vein is celeriac. So if a rutabaga is like if a potato and a carrot had a baby, then celeriac is kind of more like if a potato and a celery had a baby. They're all, so that's in the same kind of same vein. So if you want to branch out into other potato descendants, other potato, Mr. Potato Head gets around. So, he's got quite a few children with several different moms. Okay, so Melanie's favorite thing was leftover turkey sandwiches. I do enjoy a leftover turkey sandwich. I do. We went out to dinner for Thanksgiving, so we knew we were not going to have, well, brunch, but we knew we were not going to have leftovers. But I did buy a turkey breast, and we've been, that got roasted and sliced up for sandwiches, so we would still be able to have sandwiches. Pat says she's never seen any of those things. So there you go, Pat. Yeah, so rutabaga, yeah, it has flavor profile from potato and carrot. And then celeriac has potato profile from, or has flavor profile from potato and celery. So they're all root vegetables. And they're interesting because a lot of they have a very similar nutritional value to a potato, but with far fewer carbs. So a lot of people like them for that reason, because there's less sugar than in a regular potato. You know, fewer carbs than in a regular potato, but still got like the nutritional wallop. Because like potato is an extremely nutritionally dense food. So it has a ton of nutrition in it. And so there are other kind of adjacent vegetables. So, but yeah, rutabagas are great. All right. So, all right, last one. And then we'll get them all attached. And then we'll be good to go. So yeah, we went out to dinner, but I did still get some cranberry relish so that we could have cranberry relish on our turkey sandwiches, and then the turkey sandwiches, of course. So, or the turkey for the turkey sandwiches. So we're all good, but we keep running out of bread. So this is why Mr. Lifeguard and I have just decided we're gonna master that no-knead bread so that we can stop running out of bread. Basically, we're just gonna make our own bread. So. And we'll just, it doesn't sound like it's difficult once you master it. It's a very like hands-off process. So, we're just going to figure it out. Okay. All right, so we've got our 3 pockets now. And now we just need to get them all attached. Okay. So the no-knead bread is, it's a New York Times article originally And it's like what it says. It's a bread that you don't really need. And so, but also J. Kenji Lopez I think he has a YouTube channel. I think he's made some like adjustments to the no knead bread so that it's like he's improved upon it a little bit. So that's another place you can look for it. All right. So basically what we're doing now is I'm going to lay it on my desk to see if it'll be easier for you all to see. But we're just trying to line this up. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just going to see if I can just nope, that doesn't leave any mark at all. So, okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm just going to try and get this. I want this to go a little quickly. So my idea is Donna went to her nephew's and she accidentally left the cranberries in the fridge, so they're still in her. So you still have them, so you're all set. You have a bread machine? Well, as you guys know, as you all know, I too have a bread machine. And for some reason that has not assisted me in making bread. I don't know what my problem is, but you know, I posted about my saga. I've only made one loaf that even came close to looking like bread. And it was just so-so. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and use the no knead bread recipe to like get our confidence up and to help us maybe try to understand bread a little bit and like what works and what doesn't work and that sort of thing. And then based on that, maybe we will be able to revisit the bread maker, right? Okay, so now what I can do is I can remove this tape. And then, by the way, my hand is not 100%, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so now I can put tape on. I'm going to put tape around the entire back of the coffin and then on the outside edges of this, and then we're going to stick that down. So, but yeah, last year, you know, I attempted to make bread and it just did not bread. So I don't know what my deal is, but you know, it wasn't the yeast. I tested the yeast. It was alive. I don't know what the problem was. I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna bread is our 2023 project. So we are gonna master bread in 2023. Learn bread. What happened to my hand is it's just an old injury somehow got irritated, Ella. So I have an old injury to my hand that got irritated by something. Don't know what it was, you know, but I was really struggling with a lot of pain in my left hand and I've been having to wear my brace, but I was able to rest it over the holiday and, you know, I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. All right, so now we're just going to slide this in, make sure it still fits. Oh, it's catching on this tape. Ugh. So basically, the most likely culprit for what was wrong with my hand, no, something's not quite right with the folding. Let's see, will we be able to, oh no, it's still getting stuck. All right, well, oh no, there's something not quite right with the folding, as well as being stuck. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna flatten this a little bit and refold it. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah. Always test to see if it's going to fit before you tape. Test before tape. T before T. All right, so yeah, that's good. Let's see. Our brother is going to be coming down so Christmas will be here, so he's feeling well enough to travel, it sounds like, so he shall return. He shall be here for Christmas, so my parents will be here as well. And I believe the current plan is to have Christmas dinner at Damien's brother's house. So that's where we will be, most likely. And what I am trying to do is I'm trying to get buy-in from my family for, I would like us all as a family, like our family, like the people who are traveling in, to all go to dinner at a restaurant in Tampa. I want to make a reservation and then go to the 8 o'clock mass at the cathedral in Tampa. I think that would be really nice. And then that way, because my mom was saying like, oh, are we going to have enough time to do all our family stuff on Christmas Day with going over, because they like to eat early in his family, with going over there to eat early, da-da-da. And so my thought is, if we go to a nice Christmas Eve dinner at a restaurant in Tampa near the church, and then go to church then everyone comes back and goes to bed, then what we can do is in the morning we can get up and we can make a nice brunch. Like make a nice Christmas brunch and have Christmas brunch all together, and then do our, presents and family time and all of that without having to have the added pressure of getting up and getting ready for church and going to church and all of that, Plus, I prefer Christmas Eve church, I think, because the churches really go kind of all out for Christmas Eve. Not that they don't go all out for like Christmas Day stuff, but I like Christmas Eve service. I tend to prefer Christmas Eve services. And everyone in my family, except for me, is like a morning lark. So I would go to midnight mass every year, but all of them are like, they can't handle it. They're too weak. So, every year I ask them to go to midnight mass, and they're always like, nah. So basically I was like, well, what about 8? Can you handle 8? You'll be in bed by 10. Like 2 hours before midnight mass even starts. So hopefully they'll join me, because that will take a lot of pressure off the next morning. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot to cram in when I think we're supposed to be over at their place at like 3. It's just a lot. So if they want to have time to do all that stuff, then they need to accept my plan. Yeah, I get outvoted all the time. And when the family isn't together for Christmas, that's the mass I go to. So because like, again, that's my absolute preference. First of all, it's one of the nicest masses of the year in every church. And churches take that really super seriously. Number one. And then number 2 is a lot of them have choral performances for the half hour before the service starts. And so a lot of the times you can get a little Christmas concert as well, which incidentally, the cathedral in Tampa does also do the Christmas concert ahead of time. But of course it doesn't start till, I think it starts at 10:30. So they're doing it for quite a long time, actually. Maybe it starts at 11:30. That would make more sense, right? And that's because you have to get to those masses so early to get parking. So a lot of them have started doing these choral performances, but they're very nice. Have all the Christmas carols and everything. So we shall see. Now, conversely, for Easter, I prefer the sunrise service. That's my favorite Easter Mass. And my mom likes Easter Vigil, which is the night before, and it's very long and it goes really late. So I don't know what's going on. But so we are totally out of sync for all holidays. We're totally out of sync for the major church services. Okay, so now where we've stuck it down here on the bottom, we just have to add tape to the edges of the plastic because the tape got covered, and then we're good to go to stick this in. So anyway, we'll see what happens, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath. I gotta be honest. Yeah, maybe I'll say if they come to this 8 o'clock Mass and they still can't stand it, then I'll never, ever bring it up again. And we'll all just go to Christmas morning Mass together. So, anyway. So we'll see how it goes. But regardless, everyone will be here. So that'll be nice. All right, so now I'm gonna put this in place. Okay, and then now that it's mostly in place, I have to hold this while I burnish it, just so it doesn't stick to anything else. Then I'm gonna hit it from the back as well. But anyway, so we'll see. They are currently pondering it. They said we'll ponder it, and that's where we left it. So, all right, so I'm just gonna, so that's how that looks. And I'm just gonna do the opposite side, and I'm just gonna leave the coffin propped up to the side. All right, so now we have the raven. All right, so this one we want it going from right to left. It's to be the opposite of the other one. All right. And what I'm going to do is let's just see if I even really need to score it, or if I can just kind of pull it back and make it work. I think we might be okay. I think we might be all right. Looky there. Okay. And we're going to do all three of them. That way we don't have to worry about laying out the piece and how we can lay out the piece, and worrying about things, embellishments getting stuck to it or anything like that. So anyway, so that's that. So we'll see what's up with that. Then Christmas brunch might be nice. I wonder what we should have. Cinnamon rolls. Ooh, or sausage rolls. Well, we could have both cinnamon rolls and sausage rolls because I still want to do my like appetizer thing. I just need to do brunchy, more brunchy ones, and sausage rolls would be great as a brunchy appetizer platter. Wouldn't they? Yum. And then fruit, we could do a fruit tray with like melon and strawberries and all of that. So that could be part of the appetizer spread. What else? What else can we do for a Christmas appetizer brunch thing? Because like I don't want to worry about having to like keep eggs the right temperature and things like that. You know what I mean? So, ooh, sticky buns are awesome. I love sticky buns. Barefoot Contessa sticky buns. Okay. So that's one of the things we can do. We can do sausage rolls. I think we would just make it a brunchy appetizer thing. I think that's the only way I can do it. But I suppose we could also do it for, ooh, apple pie cinnamon rolls. So cinnamon rolls are sticky buns. Fruit platter. Sausage rolls. Coffee cake. I have a great coffee cake recipe. We can just cut that into little squares and put it out on a platter. What else? Ooh, smoked salmon, cream cheese, bagels, red onions, and capers. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That would be great. Absolutely. Perfect. Love that. Love that. Everyone in my family goes for that. Great suggestion. All right. My sister and I have also done it to make it more appetizer friendly with toasted baguette slices with salmon, cream cheese dollop on, and then like a little sprinkle of very finely minced red onion, and then squirt a little bit of lemon over the top of all of them. If you need something people can pick up with their fingers. Mimosas, and also there's what's great for Christmas specifically is, I forget what they're called, but it's the same concept as a mimosa, but you use cranberry juice. They have a name, but I forget what they're called. But it's, yeah, you use, so that way they're red. I mean, they're kind of more pink, but you know. But yeah, mimosa. Ooh, chipped beef on toast. Yeah, so I think we could really do a nice brunchy appetizer thing, you know? I think we could do it. Or we could all just do a sit down but have a buffet, a brunch buffet. Again, I just don't want to make eggs is really what I'm saying. Is I don't want to try and make eggs for 10 people. No, thank you. Chipped beef on toast is a good idea, and Mr. Lifeguard has really gotten good at biscuits and gravy. I wonder if we could make, like, somehow make a biscuit and gravy bite if we do want to stay with the appetizer platter idea. We could make an egg casserole. That would be a way to not have to like figure out how to make eggs nice for everyone. And deviled eggs was another really good suggestion. So we could do deviled eggs. All right. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not... Oop. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, I think we're gonna make it. There we go, we got through that. Okay, all right, last page. And then we're done. Okay. So with this one, we wanna go right to left again. So, like so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape the edges. Before we stick it down, so that I don't have to unpick them later. Now that we know that we can just fold it over, just go ahead and stick down one side at a time and just be done when it's folded, and all we'll have to do is just add the tape after it's folded. It would make sense that I would master this technique on the last coffin. That's pretty typical. Pretty typical. All right. Okay. So, just gonna get it lined up. And one side at a time, and I'm actually going to start with a smaller side. The bottom is the smallest, so that's a good place to start. Perfect. All right, now we'll go to the next smallest side. Okay. And then the final side. All right. Excellent. So now all we have to do is add our last 3 pieces of tape, and then we are good to go. Okay. So, but yeah, we'll see. I'll just call my parents and talk to them probably tomorrow. Because if we are going to make reservations, we have to do that now pretty much. So, I mean, it might even be too late for a lot of places, especially if they're having like Christmas Eve sort of special things. but we might get lucky. We might get lucky. All right, so now I'm just gonna peel all the tape and then we'll stick this down and then we can start to work on the embellishments for each of these pockets. And that'll be great. Okay. Perfect. Yay. All right, so we've got all of our pocket pieces done. Just gonna burnish this one from the back. All right. Okay. So we've filled the first 3 pockets. So now we've got 3 more pockets to fill. So we've got this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, and then this pocket to fill. So we're on to filling. So I'm going to do a recording break here, and then we will get to work on filling our pockets. So for those of you who are watching live, just hang tight. Nothing's going to change for you. For those of you who are following along in the archives or in the YouTube playlist, just click ahead to the next video and see how we continue. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm live every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time and 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. There's always a time zone converter in the video description if you're watching this somewhere on YouTube. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.